Ever since the release of Avatar, which was one of the biggest movies ever to be shown on the big screen, and it remained at the top of the box office for a long time until Avengers Endgame took its place as number one. Fans throughout the years were wondering and craving for a second installment. But as years went by, we all lost hope. But it's finally here. Avatar 2 is coming for sure, and it is filming as we speak. Avatar 2, long and drawn-out journey. We are sure you are all concerned about what had happened and why this delay lasted more than a decade. Well, we have somewhat of a full backstory. At first, it was absurd for the Avatar 2 to be released in 2014, let alone 2022. And the Avatar 3 was also scheduled for 2015. These dates got pushed back and new ones were announced. The filming was supposed to start in April 2016, but April came and went and nothing happened. But the next year, 2017, was said that the work of motion picture would start in August, but it eventually started in September the same year. And then the fourth Avatar movie was announced, which pushed everything preceding it even further, with the years of the movies to be 2016, 2017, and 2018 respectively. And then, what do you know? Even these dates were pushed back, and all was blamed to the writing process being very involving for everyone. Then, the sequel was set for December 2020, but this was all before Disney shifted it again to December 2021. And the last pushback of the release was because of the pandemic, which brings us to the date we have now. But more on that later in the video, so stick around for what we have prepared up ahead. Avatar Recap. Now before we move forward, let's get another look and a short recap about the first movie from James Cameron that made huge boom in the movie industry. We are pretty sure that after more than a decade since it released, many of you have pale memory about the movie. So sit, relax, and enjoy as we go through the plot summary for all of you. The story revolves around a paraplegic, Jake Sully, who replaces his brother and takes his place, who was killed in a robbery beforehand, on a mission of discovering new world called Pandora. On this mission, he learns about greedy figurehead Parker Selfridge's intentions with this new distant world, and his plans for driving them off of their own land, the native humanoid alien race who go by the name of Na'vi. In order to mine their precious material scattered all over their rich woodland. In exchange for his spinal surgery, Jake has to gather intelligence, knowledge, learn about their traditions and culture, so the military can use these resources to their advantage. Thus, Jake with few others are given an avatar, which makes them look like the alien race, for one sole purpose of making them fit the environment. In his new body, he is able to walk, run, and stand tall, not requiring a wheelchair for him to move around. As time passes by and he learns about them, he also falls in love with one of the aliens called Natiri, and comes a moment when he is torn between helping his countrymen to extract the resources, his mission, and preserving this alien race to which he became so fond of. When the restless colonel moves forward in this expedition, Jake takes a stand against him and participates in a battle which will determine the fate of this magical, distant land called Pandora. Avatar 2 release date. One of the best news regarding the Avatar 2 movie is that it is 100% done, and the Avatar 3 movie is almost done. According to James Cameron, one of the latest setbacks for the movie, which postponed the production, the filming, and everything to fall into place, was the pandemic, and it postponed the production of the movie for around 4 to 5 months. The movie was filmed in New Zealand, and despite the strong measures taken there against the COVID-19, they still stumbled upon setbacks. But nevertheless, the good thing is, thank God it is finished. The official release date for the Avatar 2 movie is set to be December 16, 2022. This is the date given to the world as of right now. And seeing how it is finished filming, there should be any problems in order of delaying it. Outside of this, we've also got dates about the next 3 movies after the second. Yes, You heard us right. There will be 3 more movies that will follow after the second one. 5 total. And here are the dates given Avatar 3, December 20th, 2024. Avatar 4, December 18th, 2026. And Avatar 5, December 22nd, 2028. Avatar 2 title. As for the title, to not be just a number, there isn't anything official yet, but a BBC report claimed the 4 new movies might be titled in the order: Avatar, The Way of Water, Avatar, The Seed Bearer, Avatar, The Tolkien Run, and Avatar, The Quest for Iwa, with Iwa being the name of the Pandaren deity worshipped by the Na'vi. However, keep this in mind as it can change at any given moment, so don't take our word for it yet. There's still time for changes to be made when the title is concerned. This is what we have so far. Avatar 2 trailer. As for the trailer of the second installment of this franchise, we have bad and unfortunate news, as there is still not even one footage, short teaser, or an official trailer of the sort for the movie. We will have to wait a bit longer for that. However, there are some fan-made footage trailers if you need something to get you through the time while you wait for the official trailer of the Avatar 2 movie. Avatar 2 cast. And as far as the cast is concerned, we have the main faces back with us again, with Sam Worthington and Zoe Saldana stepping back in their performance capture suits, playing the characters of Jake and Neytiri respectively. Giovanni Ribisi is back as Chief Parker Selfridge. The role of Norm Spillman is played by none other than Joel David Moore, coming back for the second installment of this franchise. And one other face reprising her role is CCH Pounder as Navi's spiritual leader and Neytiri's mother, Moat. To a surprise for many, Sigourney Weaver and Stephen Lang, whose characters Grace Augustine and General Quadric died, are returning and coming back, and they will be playing a different and in many ways more challenging characters, according to James Cameron. This is also possible and reasonable with Grace's consciousness passing into the Tree of Souls. Even though it is not clearly said how they are bringing back Quaritch, they haven't revealed this part yet. It is believed that he will be the main antagonist in the 4 new movies, which are yet to be released. As Cameron says, it is a science fiction story after all, so we should all expect some out-of-this-world things happening. Outside of characters who we have seen so far, there are some new faces joining the cast. Cameron has his reunion with his Titanic star Kate Winslet, who will allegedly play a water person called Ronald. There are also roles for Flight of the Conchords, Jermaine Clement playing the role of Dr. Ian Garvin, Harry Potter's David Thewlis playing Palak, Michelle Yeoh as Dr. Karina Moog, Eddie Falco from The Sopranos portraying the character of General Ardmore. Una Chaplin from Game of Thrones will play the character of Varang, and we also have Fear the Walking Dead's Cliff Curtis portraying the role of Metkiana Chief Tonowari. With this in mind, we can safely say that the cast is packed to the maximum, and we are here for one hell of a movie. Avatar 2 story. As for the plot, there haven't been any specifics other than the second movie will take place 1 decade after the first, and that Jake Sully, whose human consciousness was permanently downloaded into his Na'vi body, and Neytiri have 3 kids named Nediyam, Loak, and Tukturi. It's also been confirmed that much of the movie will take place around Pandora's water surfaces, and one of the main focuses in the second movie will be the newly introduced clan Metkayina, who will play a big role in the second movie. There are also going to be many run-ins with the Resource Development Association, and the second installment will be more of a family saga, and will picture the struggles that Jake and Neytiri will encounter with the humans. And it was also pinpointed that even though this movie will be the second act of the saga, it will still present itself in its own right, while also being part of a wider arc, which is planned for the next movies. And also, Cameron's desire to craft a story worth telling is one of the main reasons for the delay of the second movie, and why it has taken so long to materialize. As the crew said, they know that it has taken so long to make this, but they actually wanted a standalone movie that will actually stand alone, and not some rushed sequel, which might overshadow the big picture for the future planned of this franchise. Related